so the first thing we're going to start out with is our moisturizer. I'm using my Be Fine Food Skincare Moisturizer because it has SPF in it. And then I'm going to take my MAC Studio Fix Fluid in NC 30, I believe? No, it's like NC 25 or something like that. And I'm going to apply that evenly throughout my face. Afterwards, I'm going in with my concealer, which is my Erase Paste by Benefit. And I'm going to apply it underneath my eyes, on my chin, Cupid's bow, my nose, and also along my forehead. I look crazy. Anyway, I'm laughing at myself. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I am just blending out that concealer with a makeup sponge. Mine is just a generic Walgreens one. I just like using it because it is very soft and gentle on my skin. So I like blending out my concealer with a blending sponge because of that fact. But anyway, just a tip for you guys, if you want to skip foundation altogether, you totally can if it's really hot, and just apply the concealer. But anyway, to set my foundation and concealer, I'm using my Mineral Veil powder from Bare Minerals. And it's translucent, so it's not going to change the color of your face at all. Once that's done, I'm going in with my brows. I'm going to use my e.l.f. brow kit, the darkest one in the kit basically, because my brows are really dark. And I'm using the powder side to fill in my brows. So basically all I do is I just follow along the way my hair grows naturally, and then I'm filling in any sparse areas. I just want to make this look as natural as possible, but as well groomed as possible, if that makes sense. So not too crazy, but not too light. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking. So, waha, the magic of editing. Both my eyebrows are done magically. Anyway, so I'm using my Hoola Bronzer by Benefit, and I'm going to apply that into the hollows of my cheeks. And I'm going to do the 3E motion to make sure it gets along my forehead and my jawline so that I don't look crazy. So here, as you can see, I'm using my NARS blush, which is my favorite for the summertime, and it's in the shade Gina, and I'm applying it over the top of that contour that I did with the Hoola Bronzer, and this just really gives me a really nice sun-kissed glow, and it actually looks really natural on my skin tone. So afterwards, I'm applying Gold Deposit, which is a MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, and it is just a bronzy color. I'm applying that over the top, and I'm also applying it along my forehead and chin just to kind of give me an overall sun-kissed look. Afterwards, I'm using my 5-in-1 by Bare Minerals, which is really cool. It's like a BB cream eyeshadow, and it does like all of these things, and it even has SPF in it. So we're going to go ahead and put that in our crease area and blend it out with a crease brush. Next, I'm going to apply one of my Maybelline Infallible cream eyeshadows in the shade Ice Latte, and I'm applying that to my lids because I really love cream eyeshadows because they last a lot longer than powder eyeshadows do in the summertime, and also this color is just amazingly pigmented. So I'm also applying it in the inner corner of my eyes just to make my eyes pop. Once I finish, I'm just going to really quick wipe away any excess that fell out of the eyeshadow, and then afterwards I'm going to do a little bit of winged liner, but I'm actually using a kohl liner pencil for this. I'm not using an actual liquid liner just because I don't want it to be super intense and take away from the eye look. So I'm just doing a very light cat eye with this, and then I'm using the blending side because this eyeliner has a blender on the other side of it, and I'm just using it to kind of smudge it out a bit so it's not so intense, but it gives me that kind of winged look that I like. Next, of course, curling my eyelashes before mascara. Speaking of mascara, I'm using my They're Real mascara by Benefit. I'm using one of my little minis, and I really love this mascara. It's definitely one of my favorites, but if you're not into splurging, you know, on a $30 one, you can try the mini out, and it's really cool, and you can just throw it in your purse, and so that's what I like. And this mascara is really good for the summertime because honestly, it will not smudge on you, and if you literally jump in water, it is not going to run. It's so crazy. I've legit jumped in water with this mascara on, and I still looked really good. Afterwards, I'm just applying a highlight to my brow bone. It's a cream highlighter, and I am blending that out. Ta-da! Lastly, we're going to do the lips. I am using one of the Pixi balms, which are amazing because they're like a stain and they're super shiny, so it's like a 2-in-1. And then my look is complete. So let's just move on to the hair. First thing we're going to do, I'm starting out with straightened hair, and I'm just taking a section behind my ear, and I'm going to go ahead and braid that section, and then I'm going to pin it to the back of my head. Now, you can either pin it or you could just tie it with a hair tie like I'm doing and just letting it sit for a second. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other side, and I'm also going to tie that braid with a little hair scrunchie, like a really thin one. But don't worry, because we're going to actually remove them in a second. So then afterwards, I'm going to place both of them to the back, and I'm going to tie them. And then after I tie the two together, I'm just going to get rid of the extra scrunchies that were holding the two separately. So afterwards, I'm just adding a pretty white bow, and this is from Forever 21, super inexpensive, like $2. And I just want to go a little bit further with this, and I want to curl my hair a little bit. So I'm just doing some really light curls, very loose curls, and I'm doing it all throughout my hair. I purposely left some sections of hair towards the front just to kind of give me a more laid back look, but you can just pin all of the hair back if you want in a braid. After doing all of this, I'm just going to set my curls. And I like to use a lot of different products, but the one I've been reaching for recently has been the Sexy Hair Soy Renewal Beach Spray. It's a conditioning and texturizing spray. You're going to see it in just a second. I'm going to take it after I curl all of my hair, and I'm going to go ahead and spray it, and then I'm going to scrunch. As you can tell, I'm doing it right now. I'm just spraying and scrunching. And the cool thing about it is that it smells like the beach, and 2, it's going to protect your hair from any heat damage. Before I forget, the nail polish I was wearing in today's video is from Model's Own, and it is in the shade Red Sea. So I hope you guys enjoyed my makeup and hair tutorial for you guys. Check out IPSY.com for more on this month's IPSY Glam Bag, which I showed some of the products today. And don't forget to click my latest video and check me out on social media. Bye guys!